Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
I am a traitor.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Rooting for the economy to fail.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
And people lose their, livelihoods and retirement. That's nice. Okay, here we go again about the election. Has he mentioned
People,
this before?
they use the term election denier. I'm an election denier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an absolute election denier. I wish I didn't have to do that because we should have won that election.
Oh, he admits he lost. That can go to trial.
What?
That can be used in trial.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, before the break, we were talking about the people that know him best are the ones that are warning us the loudest. This is Stephanie Grisham again.
I say that just from personal experience. It was really hard for me to come to terms with who he was because I really believed in him, his policies, and the person I thought he was. So that's what I think. I think that people just would rather believe these conspiracy theories rather than admit that they were wrong about this person.
I think you said that just last hour, Stephanie.
I believe she did.
I believe that I did. One more, Stephanie Grisham.
He knows he's lying. He used to tell me when I was press secretary, go out there and say this. And if it was false, he would say, it doesn't matter, Stephanie. Just say it over and over and over again. People will believe it. He knows his base believes in him. He knows he can basically say anything and his base will believe what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, he doesn't just even say it behind closed doors now. He says it to their face that they're morons.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's like he's laughing at them that they keep sending him money. And he's like, oh, remember the thing about Mexico paying for the wall? There was never any way for that to happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Idiots.
Yeah, and the base is like, oh, punch me again, Mr. President. I deserve it. Punch me again. Hit me. Hit me.
Yeah. It is. There is some real sadism.
Yes.
Yeah, people closest to Donald Trump are the ones that have raised concerns about whether he's fully there mentally. That's the other thing. What they know is such a lie that it's Joe Biden that's old and demented when, oh my God, there is massive amounts of evidence of Trump's mental decline, whatever you want to call it. One more, Stephanie Grisham.
Now, I think this will help propel him into the general, but I think that independents and, center-leaning Republicans are not going to be buying this. They're much, much smarter than that. And so I think that he's going to get in trouble in the general with this kind of these kind of lies.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah, where do you guys fall on this? I feel like he is, probably the best candidate to run against. I do think he would lose, but it is terrifying. It's terrifying for it even to be a possibility. I mean, who is it? Ann Coulter said the same thing I did, that she doesn't think he's going to be the candidate through whatever combination of things. But I'm sort of torn because polling actually shows he does the worst against Biden, but it's a little too dancing a little too close to the fire for me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Same. I'd rather him not be the nominee.
Yeah. And new polling this morning shows that Nikki Haley has cut Trump's lead down to a single digit. So she's really catching up to him in both Iowa and New Hampshire.
Yeah, she's awful too.
I know she's awful, but you know what? Judge Judy has endorsed her.
She has. That is correct. So the
well,
election's over because Judge Judy did that. So
yeah, well, that's gotta turn things around. What about, is Judge Wapner still around?
I think Wapner passed away
long time ago.
Chris did not kill him.
Well,
no.
He did kill Hutch, but he did not kill Judge Wapner.
Yeah. You did. You killed Hutch of Starsky and Hutch over the holidays.
I did. Oops.
All right. One more, Stephanie Grisham.
That was number 4.
What's that?
Oh no, Jim Acosta.
Oh, Jim Acosta.
All right.
So when he
says
that, the FBI, Antifa, that kind of stuff, you think he knows he's lying?
I know he knows he's lying. I mean, was with him nonstop for 6 years. He knows that all he has to do is continue to say people will say these things, and people will believe him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Right.
So he knows you're morons more than even we do. I mean, it's just the cognitive dissonance must make their. How do you say it's all FBI and Antifa, but they're hostages and I'm going to pardon them? I mean, none of it makes any sense.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, where was I? Oh, we were still Jake Tapper talking about J6 as well.
CNN obtained shocking new video of rioters directly off the House floor on January 6th shouting at Capitol Police and Republican lawmakers, Trump attempted to twist the facts about the attack on the Capitol by his supporters, claiming that President Biden was the actual threat to democracy, while 1,265 of Trump's supporters have been charged for their criminal conduct that day. 718 have pleaded guilty. 171 have been found guilty at trial, including for such crimes as seditious conspiracy and using deadly weapons and attacking law enforcement officers.
Yeah. By the way, Jody, we have Harry Dunn coming up, right? Is it tomorrow?
Yes, and he has confirmed, so yes.
Yay. What's his name? Mark Wayne Mullen Carrington.
Colby
Devereaux.
Yeah,
third.
Thank you. But that guy, right? I mean, it's just all of these guys are on tape. So they're screaming at the J6 terrorists.
Yes.
Like, I remember that Andrew Clyde is like, hiding behind furniture.
Sure.
These are the same people that went on TV and said it was a peaceful tourist. They're on tape.
Yeah, cowering.
On tape.
Yeah.
Yes, cowering, yelling at the terrorists. It's okay. One more, Jake Tapper.
These are prisoners, Americans accused and convicted in many cases of crimes related to the January 6th insurrection. Now, Trump's role leading up to that day is now a topic for the U.S. Supreme Court, which will decide whether the former president can be disqualified from state ballots in the wake of the Capitol attacks because of the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, barring those who engage in insurrection from holding federal office.
Yeah, and as we keep saying, Jody, it doesn't say convicted of.
It does not.
Even though there was a trial in Colorado, right?
Yeah.
It does not matter. It's irrelevant.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys. Mike Pence presumably has come to terms with the fact that he is not ever going to be president.
I think so.
Is there a reason that he continues to be such a spineless weasel? Is
Fear.
there any
He's scared.
reason?
He's a scaredy cat.
He's afraid. He's afraid of Donald's people.
Oh, Chuckley said Santa. So sad. So sad. So disappointed.
I've never called what happened on January 6th an insurrection.
You should.
It is noteworthy that even in the federal case in Washington, D.C., the president hasn't been charged with insurrection. Jake, I was there. It was a riot, the way it broke out, and I've never seen it any other way. And while I said that the president's words were reckless, and I believe that history and the American people will hold him ultimately to account.
He was in an aviary?
He was in Tel Aviv, apparently.
Okay.
I'm sorry, point of order.
Yeah.
They made effing T-shirts. They
Yeah.
made T-shirts and got a guillotine. Or not a guillotine, what do you call it? Gallows.
Gallows.
To hang you.
Yeah.
To hang you in advance. We keep saying, right? Is there a Gallows R Us? Where do you get a ready-made Gallows somewhere?
Yeah.
Or do they
Somebody
have
had to build that.
The gallows section at Party City.
There you go.
A riot makes it sound like it was just spontaneous. It was just improv.
Or
They
it was a
made
riot
shirts.
and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was just a riot.
I mean, would he still be defending it if they did hang him? He's like, no, it's not an insurrection. I'm like, oh my God. What? He is the most bottomy of all bottoms that have ever bottomed.
Oh my, Ms. Miller. Do you have to work so blue?
Yeah.
Yes,
Goodness
yes, I
gracious.
do.
Goodness gracious.
Here we have to save our democracy. One more of these spineless weasel.
These efforts to take the decision away from the American people are really antithetical to the very democracy that President Biden and many Democrats talk about wanting to defend. I'm very confident that the American people will choose wisely. I'm confident that we'll run our elections.
We did.
Removing the former president or any other candidate from the choice of the American people, I don't believe is in the interest of the country. And I have reason to be confident in that the Supreme Court of the United States will see it just that way.
All right, Chuck, said Santa. We did choose. We did.
Thank you. We can talk about Cenk Uygur. He's suing North Carolina to be placed back on the ballot, and he can't be the president because he's not a natural-born citizen.
Right.
But he's suing, so it's a very interesting case to me.
We love Cenk. We worked with him at Current. That being said,
he's been in studio with us.
He has, yes.
Yeah.
Please don't.
No, I mean, he shouldn't be president for many reasons. But
anything that pulls votes from Joe Biden, please. For the
he can't be on the ballot.
He can't be on the ballot.
The point is he's suing to be put on the ballot. He's not a natural-born citizen.
Yeah.
He's a naturalized citizen.
Right.